But you had the Bosley on for a second then.
No, it'd have been nice, wouldn't it? It would have been
Mm.
nice. Maybe I should have done. I've not actually got a very bicked, bicked head. It's a bit fuzzy, so I thought I've
Mm.
just grabbed a hat.
Is that the black spot off Muppet Treasure Island on your t-shirt?
Oh, for shit was, yeah.
Billy Bones.
Yeah, I did. I saw Blind Pew on the way on the way into the office. I saw Blind Pew, and he said to me, yeah, Richie Bones. He said, yeah, and he served me with a black spot.
What have you been up to? You just been doing the football run then?
I have been, mate. I've been, yeah, I've been football training tonight. I say that I dropped out and off at football training. I went for a run, 5 mile run,
Yeah.
which actually hurt way more than I thought it was gonna.
Is that because
Um,
of your run? You did a big run at the weekend?
yeah, I did 38 miles on Saturday. And somewhere in my head thought that a few days off and I'll be okay again, nothing had hurt, but I was quite sore.
Yeah, nice. No rest. No rest then, really?
No, there ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good. Who did that? Cage the Elephant.
I don't know.
Yeah, they did. Cage the Elephant.
I don't think I know any of their songs. Do they do Hang Me Out
You,
to Dry?
well,
Is
I
that
don't
their
think you
them?
I don't think you know any of their songs, so probably not. The vast difference I feel this year to doing a birthday without alcohol than I did last year. Like I was frightened to death last year of turning 40, and not having a drink. Like I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether I was going to be able to get through it the day. It's only 24 hours without a drink, but like you're just that programmed and that dependent on that's your go-to that you it was a big thing last year to turn 40 and not have a drink.
Yeah.
And this year it just, it's just it isn't on the list of things that I do anymore. So I don't associate like a change in a thing. Like I look at birthdays now, weddings, gigs, Christmases, all of these events, and I don't associate them with alcohol anymore
Mm.
like I used to. Like alcohol was everything. It came first. Like I don't know if you were the same, but like any excuse, like any birthday, anything, any event, it was like, well, the first thing I used to think was, yes, I can get pissed.
Yeah.
Free
100%,
ticket,
yeah.
isn't it?
Mm.
It's my mate's birthday on a Monday. Well, there's an excuse, we can get pissed on a Monday. And I don't associate those things with drinking now. Like I've got a mate's wedding coming up in June, and it's away, and we've got to book a hotel and things. But I'm looking, I'm looking for hotels like where they've got a gym, so I can get a workout in the morning. As an adult only, I've only ever known how to have a good time or to unwind or celebrate or commiserate or anything. I've only ever known whatever happens, alcohol's involved. So I've
Yeah. So
only
then you
ever known
take it
that.
out and that's why it's so hard because you're literally your body and your brain is screaming out for like where is the substance you've been taking all these years? It's like the reverse of exercising all your life and then not doing it. Your body's gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? Where's it? Where is it? Let's have it. So that's why it's so hard sometimes because your body it's a genuine craving. It's not like weakness. Do you know what I mean? It's actual a habit that is lifelong that you've like ingrained into your
Yeah,
subconscious. So
it doesn't seem such a massive thing now. I'm not like looking forward to it as such, and I kind of feel guilty that I'm not like looking forward to a year. Like, yes, I'm going to be yeah. When I first started out and you first make the decision, a year seems so hard.
Mm.
Impossible, in fact. It just you can't even fathom doing an entire year without drinking alcohol. You can't contemplate that. You can't process it. It just doesn't compute. And the closer I get to it, the less it's meaning to me now. Like the less I'm going to be bothered about it. It's just going to become another day, and I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm a year, and that's quite a turnaround, and it feels weird. And like I said, like I almost feel guilty that I'm not I'm not that bothered about celebrating it. I think you might have said this to me in response, but it's quite good to reflect, isn't it? Maybe not celebrate it as such, because you don't need to. It's just another day. But
Yeah.
it is good to reflect on how far you've come and the things you've learned. I feel like alcohol has and drugs, because that is just they're both associated, but they've lost their appeal a little bit to me. I don't know whether you ever felt like that, but I I, I used to think, and I was grinding it out, and I used to like be quite envious of my mates at weekends that were still going out, and they I knew about 40th parties that I didn't get an invite to, and stuff, and lads are going out, we're going out for meals, and after the meal, they're going on for beers, and I'm going home, and I felt quite envious of that, and I
Yeah.
don't now.
No.
It's it's losing its appeal to me, alcohol. Like when I look at weddings and gigs and things and stuff, like I don't associate alcohol with it, and the actual appeal of drinking at a gig now, like I went to that festival the other week, it doesn't actually push my buttons. I'm not fighting it as much anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I know to the point, I think on this podcast, I asked you a few weeks and months ago, maybe, would you take a free ticket? You remember when I said if you
Mm.
had a free weekend off, it didn't affect your sobriety days.
Yeah.
No one was gonna, you could literally just stop time, have a free ticket, and then start the world again. But, I've felt in the last couple of weeks or so like I wouldn't take that ticket anymore. It doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Because you've built a life like without it. Why would you? That's the whole point.
slowly, yeah,
You,
slowly but
you didn't
surely,
have a life without it before, so
I'm
you've
building, yeah.
that's
Yeah,
all it
you're
is.
right.
Like,
You're right. I am building an understanding and a character and a person that I didn't have.
yeah.
And I didn't. I dare say I didn't have this character when we started this podcast.
Mm.
When I was first talking about this stuff, I wouldn't have been able to say the stuff I'm saying now today, honestly, with a genuine meaning to it. The alcohol is getting less and less appealing to me at the moment. At the more I've just as I go on, you
Well,
know.
yeah, because like I said, it's gonna because you're just gonna develop more and more positive things, or like go through more adversity that's gonna make you go like, oh God, a drink right now would not make this better because that relationship's just getting broken. So you've just got no
Mm,
reliance on it anymore. You see it for what it is, which for you isn't relaxation or fun because you can't do that with it, nor can I. So you've seen it for what it is for you, which is just pure destruction. So how are you gonna? How is that gonna appeal to you? Something that's so harmful, like for you, not for everyone, but for you. Like it's just there's nothing in it for you for where you're going in life now. So which is the black spot, Treasure Island.
yeah, yeah, it is.
Are you working? What kind of work do you do? 30.
With drinking last year when I did 6 months, and then dipped my toe back in. And I do get people now saying like, you could have a drink at this, and you could have a day off, couldn't you? You'd be okay.
Yeah,
And stuff like that. And I probably could. I think having had 6 months off last year, and then I had a brief spat with it for a little while, and then I pulled myself back together again. And I've probably proved to myself that I know enough now and I'm strong enough now that I probably could do that. But why? Why would
yeah,
I
yeah,
do that?
yeah.
It's I've got too much to lose.
Yeah,
I understand too much, and it's fucking hard work. You know, those couple of weeks where you are back drinking again, you don't feel great about yourself. You do, you lot. I felt, well, I found myself lying to myself a little bit when I look back on it retrospectively now. I was telling myself it was okay, and I was like, oh, it wasn't that much of a hangover, and I didn't do any. I blacked out a little bit, but I didn't upset anybody, so it's okay. You know,
yeah,
and you're never really telling yourself the truth, and you're just getting like, and why go for it? Why? Why do
yeah.
that
Well,
again? Why restart the clock when you don't have to? That's
yeah.
the thing. That's like a point I feel like I've got to now where I'm like, why? Why would I do that again? It just doesn't make sense.
Well, it doesn't help that it's the only sort of substance that people are still kind of desperate for you to partake in. Like, if people quit smoking, you don't get people going, "Oh, you could probably smoke. Like, just have one fag with me." Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I
no
mean,
one
no,
does that.
nobody openly just tells me, you know, have a line of gear.
Yeah, just have one.
You know, you can just have a couple of lines of gear, can't you? Nobody's doing it on that side of me. You know, it's the
No,
alcohol and the drink. You know, you can have a few,
which
can't you?
doesn't make it easier because a lot of people are constantly telling you and showing you that it is fun. So you're just in that like is it dichotomy? I don't know, dilemma of like just not wanting to do it, but also wanting to do it because you're seeing all the adverts, you're seeing all the laughter and the bars and the fun, and it's just like it's a hard thing, and it doesn't slow down in terms of the daily work you got to think about to get to where you need to get to. But the good thing is, so far, I haven't really stopped recovering. Do you know what I mean? I haven't flatlined and gone right. I'm recovered now. What's life got in store for me? It's just constant. Do you know what I mean? It's like never ending. The recovery process. You
Yeah,
just
I think you can just keep
constantly.
building that persona, can't you? You keep building that person on the other side of alcohol. There is so much out there that we can do that
Yeah,
we don't bother with because we're sat in pubs or, you know, boozing. There's so much we can achieve. Um,
I think that though, to someone who's a drinker, this is the hard part, would find that like the cheesiest thing to ever hear in their life. Do you know what I mean? They'd be like, "What are you on
yeah,
about?
yeah,
What are you on about transcending and never stopping, getting better
yeah.
and like what are
You
you on
arrogant.
about?"
You sound arrogant.
But it's
You do.
true. Like that's how I feel now, and I don't know what it is that can make it click to someone, but yeah, it's just very, very worthwhile, isn't it? If you've got an addiction. Did you
Very.
see the Stephen Bartlett like dog shit stuff? Do you know?
I
Did you
did
see
not
all
know.
that? Oh,
He's a influencer,
yeah, yeah,
isn't he? I've
yeah.
seen he's been in the headlines or
All he said was he had he didn't really drink for a long time. He had 3 glasses of wine and it like ruined his life for 3 days. And he said like all the bad things that happened to him because of it. And everyone's just kicked off. And I just don't know why everyone's so bothered because he's clearly someone who just says like irritating stuff for reaction. He's like an optimization freak, like he monitors everything with his whoop band and stuff. But it's like just sent the world crazy. Just him saying that 3 glasses of wine ruined his week. I don't know why everyone's so bothered. I just wanted to mention it because I didn't know whether you'd seen it. Because there's all
no,
like sober
I
people
haven't
going
seen it,
like,
and he hasn't bothered me, so I'm in the
no, well,
minority.
yeah. It pissed me off though because I'm like, why is anyone even bothered? Like, yeah, he's probably hamming it up. He's probably not felt shit for 3 days. He's just saying it on his podcast. So what? Who cares? But then you've
Yeah,
got sober people going like, no, he's right. Like all the effects are blah blah blah. I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about what he says.
no,
Like
no.
it's fine. Say what you want.
If you can deal with the consequences, if you know what you're doing and you can deal with it, what's no problem with it? It's, you know,
Mm,
it's people for us, for me and you. we couldn't deal with the consequences anymore. The consequences were way too much,
Yeah.
way too much. That's the difference.
World Cup coming up. Do you think the you were saying about weddings, birthdays, and stuff? World Cups are particularly booze heavy for all
Yeah,
men. Are you like what are you feeling about going? Because I'm assuming you're still going to go and watch a couple of games, like out in the pub or whatever. Or what's your
yeah.
plans
You
for
see,
that?
again, it's like that's just totally changed in me. I remember the actual the Euros. Whenever we got to the final, that came. So it would have been 2024. That came like immediately after I first, like when Lauren I nearly pulled Lauren down the stairs and all of that malarkey that we've been through. That came almost immediately after that in June that year.
Yeah.
So I actually did a lot of England games that time. I think I only drank during the final.
Mm.
So that's 5 or 6 England games where I remember that being difficult. Like really white knuckling that, standing in pubs, holding on to like clutching a bottle of zero like as tight as I could, watching my mates cheering and shouting. That was hard. But my mindset to that now is sort of totally changed. Like I think about watching those games now, and I think about having nachos or hot dogs or cooking a pizza and having my 2 kids on the sofa and my wife.
Yeah.
And I think to myself like the perfect thing for me would be like some kind of treat food, burgers, small group of people, whoever it may be, and a couple of ice cold Erdingers,
Yeah.
0% Erdingers. And
Yeah.
that's genuinely like that would be perfect to me. I couldn't I could go and stand in a big pub, it wouldn't, it'd be, but it just, again, why? Why do I want to be in that that big crowd with people chanting, shouting, break his legs and stuff? People who haven't, barely played a minute of football in their life, telling, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I kind of like the atmosphere of the pubs and I like the idiots now. I like looking at them all. Not them all, that's look like I'm looking down on people, but I don't mean drinking. I
Yeah.
mean just idiots, not because they're drinking. But I like a bit of the atmosphere as well. But I exactly what you just said. Some nice food and a few people that you can actually go like, that was a good pass, wasn't it? And have like a conversation and like go for a wee when you need one. Even pause the game maybe, which I know is frowned upon, but like
Yeah,
just
I wouldn't be
quickly
doing that.
pause the game. Yeah, but then it's fine. Don't worry about that. Anyway, yeah, I think that's just seeing it for what it is. A lot of normal
Yeah.
people would probably like that, but they'd just maybe have a
I
couple
think
of
I
proper
would
beers.
now I've criticised idiots for shouting. I think I would still be doing that actually
Yeah,
because I do a lot of that. I do a lot of shouting when I'm at
yeah,
home watching Barra. I do, yeah. So I do, yeah. I probably would be criticising international footballers to a level that I shouldn't be. There's so much more you can enjoy and appreciate if you leave the alcohol alone,
yeah,
I think. I think we said something about this in a recent one, but sporting events are something that get lost massively in alcohol,
yeah, yeah. We spoke
games
about
and
it. Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, games and stuff like that. And I genuinely watch the football now, and I don't, pick up things that I never would have. When really I'd have just have been pissed out my head shouting penalty and
mm.
it's just generic crap because I wasn't taking the game in.
And you get to go to the
So,
club shop before the game now, which is
yeah, it's even good.
arguably the best part. I love club shops so much.
So you can buy the pin badges. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good. It is good. I like, yeah, away club shops. Love it.
yeah, yeah.
Go and have a
I'd
look
quite like
around
to
the away
do
team's
sort of
club shop.
a club shop review system, maybe a magazine. I don't think I
But
need any more hobbies though, right now.
no, no,
No, definitely not. I've
one more wouldn't
so
hurt.
I've been struggling, this, but for the sake of listening people, I've been struggling to get the enthusiasm to exercise for like 2 years basically, but I knew it was on the cusp of clicking, and finally the powers that be decided it was time to exercise. So I've started
Did they?
exercising again and loving it. So yeah, I was going to ask you, well, not ask you, but talk to you briefly about how important exercises became, like whilst to carry you through your sobriety, and how would you feel not exercising? Because I find it weird that I've started boxing. I used to box as a kid
Mm.
and in Barcelona on holiday,
Yeah,
and
as the Catalan kid, shadow
yeah,
boxing.
and I love it. But I'm like, how could I? How it's almost like how have I not boxed for like? So obviously, I played rugby obviously till 2 years ago, but that's 2 years of doing absolutely no sport whatsoever or exercise. And almost like, when you finally quit drinking, you're like, how was I doing that for that long? I'm now like, how was I not doing this exercise for all that time? Like I'm absolutely loving it. I've only trained like 4 times, but I'm like, God, I'm loving it. I feel good. I'm sleeping even better than I was. I'm a bit sore. I love that feeling. I'm like, what was I doing? Like how? And I'm like, did I just need to get fully sorted mentally to do it? I just don't know. But you're slightly different, I think, aren't you? Because you've kind of been exercising all the way through drinking and then sobriety. So has it been a bigger part of your life all the way, and it was just alcohol was getting in the way of that? Do you think, or like, how's your relationship with fitness? I guess is the word, or exercise, whatever you want to
Yeah,
call it.
yeah. I mean, if you took exercise out of the equation at the moment, I wouldn't be sober.
Yeah,
Just wouldn't have been able to manage it. It's been the number one thing that I could dive into to replace alcohol, to get out of the way of the fight, to go somewhere, to go to the gym when other people are in the pub. That's it's been there for me. Long distance running and stuff. So it's been the number one tool, shall we say, that I have used to change, to do different things. But I think, yeah, as you said, like I I wouldn't say I don't struggle because I don't, sometimes I don't want to get out there, but I'm thinking about it, like I've always exercised, even as a drinker, like I, train for a marathon. Like I was running 10 miles in the morning after 8 pints the night before.
yeah,
As you say, like, so it's always been there for me. It's definitely hampered me, definitely,
yeah, yeah,
definitely. But I couldn't think of not doing it. Um, Giving up
yeah,
drinking has allowed me to be so much more and you know, achieve loads more. I don't know how, like, I'd be the wrong person to ask because there are definitely people out there that don't have a buzz for it. And then like you say, something just clicks, doesn't it? And you get into it. And it becomes brilliant. And then the sometimes like people are in and out of it though. They do things for a couple of months and then they're
yeah,
not so hot on it. Like I just seem to be, something clicks in me and I can't let it go. My for running is the thing for me. Since I quit or finished playing rugby, running is the thing that I've been doing that for quite a number of years now, and I don't seem to get bored of it.
yeah,
So I'm probably the wrong person to ask. It's an interesting one because I think
y-
it's with sobriety and giving up drinking, I don't know, it could be the number one thing. I see a
yeah,
lot of people that get into fitness when they
yeah,
stop drinking. A
yeah.
lot of people do, don't they?
And it's weird. I went for dinner with a couple of mates last night, and on the way, my mate, Danny, he said, I can't believe how you've not done anything for two. Like even he said, we weren't even talking about it. I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, because I picked him up. I went training and then I picked him up, and he said, like, I can't understand how you've not been doing stuff for 2 years. And I was like, I don't know how it's happened, but I don't know. I signed up for a gym a bit ago, like last year for a little bit. I think I remember talking about that, and I just after Christmas, I had a bit of a bout of sort of depression, really, and but that just fell by the wayside. But I knew it. I think what happened, mate, is rugby was the whole exercise part of my life from age 16, and I moved over to
Well,
Australia.
it was your job.
Yeah,
Well,
it was my job,
yeah,
and
you know,
then
it was
I
your
moved
life. It was your
over,
job.
and then I was still playing, still playing, still playing. Then when I finished, I think I knew that I just needed a recalibration of like what I'd already quit drinking, but I think I needed a health and fitness recalibration of like, right, because I'm a man of extremes. I knew that the next chapter of health and fitness was either going to be like what you're doing potentially, like long distance ultra running or even high rocks, God forbid. But I knew it was going to be something, probably not just going the gym twice a week and ticking along. I knew it was going to be something
It's got to, I
more.
think it's got to be something, that's what I find. It's got to be something that breaks you a little bit.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't.
got to
Yeah,
be
that's
something
exactly it.
that can at some point take you to a place where you don't know how you're going to finish. You know what I mean? And
Yes, yeah,
that's what running does for me, because there are times, on those long, really long distances, I think, fucking, how am I going to get to the end of this?
yeah.
You get to a breaking point, and for you, I think that's probably what you're trying to describe.
That's
You
exactly it. And I'm so glad you said that because I didn't really realize that that's the feeling. And isn't it weird? Because it's kind of what I used to feel like without knowing it with drinking. Like you just don't know. Well, you're like, I'm not going to get out of this. Like this is just me.
100%, yeah, yeah.
Early grave. Yeah. This is what song's going to be
I
playing at the funeral.
There's characteristics, 100% there's characteristics in me that I show now towards exercise that showed to drinking drugs. I
Mm,
just got to do this to the extreme. I've got to do this till it breaks me. And
yeah.
I just don't know what. And even then, and even when it's there, I'm still going to carry on.
Yeah.
It doesn't break me. I will still find a way to have more.
Yeah.
And that's you know recalibrating or realigning that to for something that's a benefit to you is, like I say, that's the number one thing for me getting out of drinking drugs, and I would not be sober without being able to do that. I think somebody, Dr. Richie
Big
Vitamins.
up Dr. Rich. Yep, carry on.
Yeah, I had an exchange of voice notes with him in the week, and he referred to it as the addictive gene. And we have had this addictive gene in us all along, but we misplace it, we misuse it with alcohol.
Mm,
And we take ourselves to these ridiculous lengths with drink and drugs and everything, like I have. I will keep going when other people call it a day.
yeah.
I find a way to get further than them, and that you misuse that gene. You don't learn to use it properly, and within giving up drinking drugs, it allows you to use that gene properly. This
Yeah.
addictive gene, that he I'm not sure that's it's a proper medical diagnosis, but it's a good analogy. I thought it was an excellent analogy, and it properly describes me. There is
Yeah.
something inside me, as we were saying, to just doubling up on a point now, but it's definitely something inside me where I have to. have to get to a point, have to get to a breaking point with someone, and that's what makes me tick.
Yeah.
I love it when I'm broken. I
Yeah.
love it. I
I
love it when
completely
I
agree.
love it when other people say, I can't carry on. I can't do any more than that. And I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna do a bit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
You know, bollocks. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
a bit more.
But it's proof that
Yeah.
that the addiction gives you so much resilience. Like it really does give you so like just being able to go to work feeling like that with what's going on in your brain and
Yeah.
still being able to just about string a life along gives it requires a lot of resilience without you knowing it. But like Dr. Rich's addictive gene theory suggests, it it's just been misplaced. That resilience
Yeah.
and being able
Yeah, it
to
makes a
just
lot of sense
get
to me.
through anything has been completely misplaced. But also you've developed it. Like you've developed that resilience through drinking. So it's or that's where it's a gift. Like it's you've done stuff that other people haven't done. You've been through lows that other people haven't been to. Doesn't mean you're a good person necessarily, but you've got
No, no,
characteristics
it
that
doesn't.
money can't buy.
And I think for anyone sort of listening, who hasn't turned this off, who,
The doc,
who hasn't turned this off already, for anyone listening and thinking, I think it's, thinking they can't do something, I can't go for a run or I can't get through this day or I can't, this assessment at work or whatever it is. Actually, as a drinker and an addict and whatever the extremity that you take yourself to, you have got a massive, massive resilience that you perhaps don't realize yet.
You're tuned into the dirty work with Salman Rich, where the work is really dirty. Same?
Have you spoken all you wanted to about boxing?
well, that was kind of it.
Yeah. How is it going?
Good, yeah, yeah. Just it. Like I said, I've just gone straight in at the deep end, and I'll keep you posted. But
Yeah,
um,
I'm really envious of that. But already, just as you went on to the second part of that, like the rhythm and the skill, my interest level dropped a bit. I was really, I was interested in getting battered
getting
and being in
punched,
the, you
yeah,
know, there'd be nothing better than me than being like in an absolute war of attrition. I don't know,
yeah.
just a hell, and then you know knocking somebody out with like 20 seconds on the clock in the 12th round. Just
You're doing 12 rounds, yeah,
just managing, just being absolutely on your feet. That would be the ultimate. I could. I don't think there's anything better than for me. That's like winning a World Cup for me.
yeah, yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
not a boxer either. Just to be absolutely on your feet and the other guy's on his feet and to know you've just got one punch more than him and
Mm.
you just knock him over. It's like there's no better feeling. And be absolutely dead. That's that sums me up. That's the feeling I crave
But
with
do you know
everything.
what? Do you know what I have got for the first time in my life? I've never had this with, and sound like a wanker saying this, but I've always been quite good at sport, and everyone's always told me, "Oh, you're kind of like good at sport in general," and I've never really felt that within myself. But with the boxing, just picking it up and with sobriety and like knowing I'm like
Mm.
pretty fit and healthy, and it's kind of the final thing is having this exercise regime in place that's going to keep me fit. I'm kind of like I'm good at this. Like I can do well at boxing, and the fact that I don't drink means I can train whenever I want. And like you probably feel with your running, I'm up at 5 running or skipping or shadow boxing when other people who are boxing at my age probably won't be because then I've just got like an inner confidence about it that
Yeah, yeah.
I don't care if I go on to fight and lose 10 in a row. Like I've just got like a confidence of I'm going to do my best and I feel like I've got ability to do all right. I've never had that. Even being a professional rugby player, didn't have that inner belief at all. I didn't have anything inside that meant anything really. So I was feeling that in the shower last night. I was like, God, that was fucking really hard training again. Like, loved it. And I'm picking it up and sort of, I don't want to say it, but I did shadow box in the shower for
I
like
was just
a
about
couple
to
of
ask you the
seconds.
question. I
I
could see
just,
it in your face.
I just
I
dodged
knew you would
the
be.
water.
You know what I knew you would be? Because I would be.
Yeah. I was like, why
I'd have
not?
that, and
Yeah.
I'd be getting home like, yeah, you can do this.
Yeah.
Oh,
I even warmed a curry up in my boots, my boxing boots the other day. Just wore them around the
come
house.
again.
I
You warmed,
warmed a curry up in my boxing boots. So we had curry for dinner. I had to warm it up on
right?
the in
So
the
you
pan
were wearing your boxing boots
around the house.
around
Yeah.
the house, right? Because how you said the sentence made it sound like you used your boots as a cooking implement to warm the curry up.
Because my feet are so quick. Yeah. They're
Yeah,
that hot.
that's kind of how you said it and how you made it. Or there was some kind of boxing lingo that the pros, this you're talking to a
Yeah.
non-pro here and you're in the pro league now. So
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
people used to say that about Prince Nazim, that he could warm a curry up with his boots. His footwork was that
yeah,
good.
that's nice. That's
Yeah.
um like a kid who's had his first pair of boxing boots for Christmas and he wants
Yeah.
to be a boxer, and that's you at the minute. That's like me in the 90s, you know, in 1991.
With a pair of Tiempos on.
No, wearing my Ghostbusters uniform around the
Oh, even
house,
further
wanting to be
back.
a Ghostbuster. And
Oh, no.
and you've gone
Yeah.
back Lilac Close, 1991. That's where you are, just
Just deluded.
yeah,
Deluded.
in
Hand
your
wraps on, going,
boxing boots.
I can make a living out of this, Brody. She's going, fucking
What
hell.
it's come up? What it's so are you? What colour are your shorts?
I ain't got any shorts yet. I'm not doing any of
No,
that.
no, 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 no. This is you. No, you're turning pro.
Oh,
You
okay.
you you're big time now.
Yeah.
What colour are your shorts? What are you having?
I'm having a nod to the hitman. So
Oh, are you?
yeah, I'm having a nod to Ricky Hatton. So I'm having a bit of baby blue, predominantly black, and a bit of baby blue down the side.
I can see you in them now. Yeah, I'm seeing you in them.
I
Yeah.
do want,
Any tassels?
I do want a flag shaggers St George's cross on there, but not because I'm a flag shagger. But I think you got to have a little nod to the country you're from,
Yeah,
especially if I was fighting in Australia. I got to have a little England flag on there. No tassels, I
nice.
don't think.
No, yeah, I don't want them.
And
Nothing fancy. I can see you as a workman like. You don't want anything fancy.
no,
Workman
no,
like boxer. Is there a robe, or are you just Iron
yeah,
Mike? I could see
no,
you with just a hole in a towel. You know when
love
he
that.
used to just come out. Yeah, that's fucking brilliant. I'd love that.
Yeah,
Just a hole in a towel and over your head.
wouldn't mind a sombrero just as a nod to the Catalan kid either.
Right, okay.
Just
Yeah. Well, that's your name. That's going to be on your shorts, isn't it? The Catalan kid.
yeah, yeah. I suppose it's going to have to
Yeah,
be in it.
not many Spanish fans.
No,
They
I
won't
could
be
come
too
out
pleased
to the
when
Dirty
you've
Work
cleaned
theme
up their
tune as well.
streets.
I
Yeah,
could,
Tobacco Sucio.
anyway. Let's do the FA Cup.
Yeah.
The Fiction Addiction Cup is brought to you by Umbongo.
So we're having a wild card.
We were going to decide. The thing is now, I've not really done a lot of research or thought into it, but because it's football or the World Cup, we were going to decide the judgment on would be, and I didn't really put much thought into it, but like a football heptathlon, because the
Right.
Ghost went out on a heptathlon.
Yeah, he did.
So I was going to say, like, could we make seven seven parts of a football career and judge them on whether they be good. So were they good? Were they a good schoolboy and academy player?
Okay, yeah.
And were like so,
Seven's
and
a
then
lot.
were seven is a lot, but like were they good with the press? And there was like post career, would they go on to be a good manager or go on to be a good referee? Seven is a lot,
Can't we just do then football career in general and just leave the
possibly.
heptathlon out of it?
Yeah, possibly. It doesn't need to be a heptathlon. That is a
Yeah.
very good point.
And just for to clarify, we've got the ghost of Christmas Present who went out in the first
Returning,
round,
yeah. So
returning.
we know you were very, very upset with the ghost going out. Ghost was hotly tipped as your favourite to clean up. And he was seen off
A
by a
monkey in a
monkey.
waistcoat.
Yeah, a monkey in a waistcoat. He was seen off first round. Ghost, I feel Ghost's FA Cup career is going to be a lot like your boxing career. And there's going to be a lot of hype, and
Yeah.
you're going to be seen off quickly by a monkey in a waistcoat.
Okay, and he's going up against the Beast out of Beauty and the Beast, who I think is
Beast, yeah,
your version of
he might
this.
be my version
You
of
were
the Ghost. Actually, I didn't realize how much I liked him, but I did. I liked his addiction that he liked Happy Meals in the end.
Happy Meal
We got into
trinkets,
like
yeah,
Happy Meals and the toys and the trinkets.
because you still
Because
feel a bit aggrieved that he is that Thumper out of Bug's Life got in as the drummer of UB40 over him, and I can't see how he would ever be a better. I will argue that to my grave that Beast rightly went out when he did.
I just think he's better. He's just more. He's more solid. I think he's a flash in the pan thumper. I think he was shoehorned in. I think there was a bit of steward's adjudication needed on that one. You were desperate to have a character go through. Um, I
Well, I'm
think
going to
yeah.
try and put that aside today in the head to head because this is the last quarterfinal place.
This is
So
it. Yeah, yeah. That's why we're going with this. So we've gone with the two, what we think are the two, or we've just picked two losers, haven't we, really?
just
But were
our
they
favourite boys. Like the Ghost
the
is my
two best
boy, the
losers?
Beast
Yeah.
is your boy. So
I'm not sure who's my boy. That feels strong. I think I like to boo more.
all right,
Mainly because he did the ghost over. I
yeah.
like that. A little,
So football career.
so yeah, football
What
career. Let's
position? What position's the Beast? How does
um
it look? How does his career look from 16 to
Beast.
50? What's he doing?
Beast, he's a good guy. I don't know. He could be a striker, but I think he's got potential to be a forward, but a bit of an old school donkey. Um, he's not doing a lot of running in behind. He's a hold up man. Um, he's an Emil Heskey type guy.
Yeah.
Strength. I don't think he's not going to be a winger. I don't think either player is a wingers, are they?
No,
There's no
no,
tricky wingers there.
the Ghost isn't.
And I don't know whether there's some engine rooms. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how good their engines are for being centre midfielders and creative on the
Okay.
ball players.
I
Um,
think
I,
oh,
I'm thinking Beast is a yeah he's a forward. He's an old school journeyman. I feel like he's going to have had a few
a
clubs as
few
well.
clubs, yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
I feel like Beast has been about the block, and I think I think Beast. I'd like to think he's looked after himself as well, and he's still playing at like
He's a
38,
yeah,
39.
prolonged
Yeah,
career.
there's a bit of longevity in him. He's still, he's like at Brackley Town
Yeah,
He's played in the Premier League, but he's still playing for 250 quid a week when he's 39.
yeah. But I think on the other hand, the Ghost, who's a goalkeeper, is on the after dinner speakers scene at age like
Yeah.
35 because he's pissed it up the wall straight away.
Yeah. But he's the life. He's the life though, isn't he? I think
Yeah.
he's a
So this is
great
what my
he's
question was going to
put
be to you. What's the beast saying in the changing room? Is he just weird? Keeps himself to himself with his happy meal trinkets, or is he one of the lads?
um
Because I know what the ghost's bringing in the changing room.
oh yeah, yeah. I do, yeah. Ghost has potential to be club captain, really, don't he?
Yeah, because Ghost, I just think Ghost goalkeeper. Not he's definitely a starting goalkeeper, but not England standard, but Premier League goalie.
But a lot of talk,
A
a
lot of
lot of
talk,
yammer.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of talk. Always gobbing off. A lot of talk. A lot of nonsense.
I think he'd do
Yeah.
a lot of that to the crowd, like getting the crowd up for it when he's in the
Geeing him
goal.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, do you reckon he's losing his head at the defenders? Like, is he like a
No,
Grobbelaar, just going
no,
mad at,
which is
like
his
a
downfall.
Schmeichel? Is he handing out bollockins?
No, I
Or
think
is
the
he too
opposite.
nice? I
He's
think
too
he's too
nice, and that's
jovial.
his
Yeah.
downfall.
And when some of the centre backs aren't pulling the weight, he needs to be in their ear, like, yeah,
Yeah,
like a
and
Schmeichel
that is
in the
why
90s.
Portsmouth didn't renew his contract at age only 29, and that's
So he's so he's
he's
down.
gone.
So he's down. He's on the south coast.
Yeah, southwest. Yeah, on the way
Yeah,
down
he's
to the
on the south
southwest.
coast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just think he's too much of a good bloke, and he's obviously got an alcohol problem as well. In an age in football where an alcohol problem is an issue, I don't think it used to be as much. Obviously, George Best, etc. I think these days you just can't be doing it, and it's got to the point with the ghost where, unfortunately, he's picked the alcohol. He's started doing after dinner
Yeah,
speaking.
yeah.
He's maybe brought out a contraption because he's gone to Thailand on the piss and he's met some businessmen in inverted commas who have came up with some form of like elasticated goalkeeping
Right,
equipment where you throw the ball maybe and the ball comes back to you and you've got
right.
his own, I don't know what it would be called, the ghost glove or something where it, do you know what I mean, a contraption but it's really poorly marketed. He's
Yeah,
got a couple of books
sounds
out.
like a piece of shit. I
Couple,
do think he's got a couple of books out.
yeah,
I do think, yeah,
I can
yeah.
see the
Who'd
front cover right
like
now.
cheesily titled like "Who'd be a goalkeeper"?
Yeah,
Do you reckon he's got his own gaffs video?
his own what?
His
Gaffs.
own his
Yeah,
own gaffs video, like like one of those
yeah,
Christmas DVDs, goalkeeping gaffs.
yeah, with the ghost
The ghost goalkeeping gaffs
having a howler
DVD special.
with the
Yeah,
with the ghost of Christmas present.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
reckon he
definitely.
has got one of them. See, I think Beast northeast. I think
Just
that's where he's had his career.
knuckling
Knuckling
down.
down, big guy, yeah, rough. He's up there playing for Gateshead. Um,
Geordie
he's had it, he
accent.
had, yeah, yes, I think he has got a Geordie accent. He's had a few games for Middlesbrough, Sunderland, Gateshead, Hartlepool.
Never
He's
played for
up
Newcastle,
there.
you reckon?
I don't think he has played for Newcastle. I'm not sure. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe is he that good?
I can't see him in a
He
Newcastle
can't play
shirt.
for both. There's not. There can't be many who've played for both Newcastle and Sunderland. So
No, he's Sunderland,
I'm
isn't
not
he?
having him. I think he's a Mackham. Yeah, he's up
Yeah,
there. He likes Elvis. That's their song, isn't it?
yeah.
Um,
Is it
Wise men
Suspicious
say.
Minds? Oh,
No,
was yeah,
wise men say. Yeah. So I think they're all over him up there. The Mackhams are. Um, and yeah, he's
so a
gone to Berwick.
bit of a cult
He's playing for
legend.
Berwick Rangers on the border of Scotland, and he's 39 now.
Yeah,
He's playing for Berwick.
no idea what he's going to do post football.
No,
because
no, he's just playing. No, there is no post football. He's just playing.
the ghost has fucked
He's
it as well though because he can't be a pundit because he's not had a long enough career. He's definitely not going to be coaching. He is
no,
relying.
no.
He's relying on the
He's
ghost
relying on
glove
the ghost glove.
and video sales alone, which obviously piracy now is through the roof. He's
Yeah,
struggling.
ghost
I think the
Christmas
ghost
scarf.
is struggling.
He's on his ass.
He's on
Yeah,
his
he's absolutely
financially.
on his ass. Yeah, he's having to do he's having to do moonlighting in the Muppets Christmas Carol to bring in a few quid.
Soccer schools. He's maybe got a little goalkeeper soccer school that he does. Wagon wheels soccer school
Yeah,
where he goes in half term.
yeah, he's doing some half term kids clubs.
Because it was always a
He's struck.
disappointing player, wouldn't it? I did a couple of Aston Villa ones. Well, one Aston Villa course in half term. It was like 7 days in a row. And it was like meet an Aston Villa player at the end. And I was a Villa fan. I knew the squad, and the bloke they brought in was not a Villa player. It was like here's Tony Radley. I'm like, who's
Oh,
that? Who's Tony Radley?
how I can feel
I've
the
waited
disappointment.
seven 7 days of drill. I did
I,
7 days of crab football just to meet this bloke I've never heard
yeah,
of.
I can literally feel the frustration and disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's the ghost. Anyway, he's
and
doing
that's
them.
Ghost. He's in
That's
there.
the
Yeah,
ghost. Book signing at a BP service station. Yeah,
yeah.
he's fucked it.
Was
So the Beast has had a more prolonged career. He's a cult hero at
he is a cult
Sunderland.
hero. I think he's adored by fans where he goes. I think they like him. He works
Beast,
hard.
beast,
Yeah, he's got.
beast, beast.
I think he lends himself to a good chant, don't he, from the terraces. They love a beast. They like him roughing the other team up. He don't take no shit. Gets stuck in, elbows out, arse in, really backing into defenders, not
Ponytail
having it.
flicking about as well. That's the
Yeah,
best bit.
yeah, decent pony, decent rat's tail on the back. I think you can buy a rat's tail in the club shop. Like he's like he is a cult hero and you can buy a little beast rat's tail in the club shop.
Oh, that's so good. Fuck. So the ghost is gone. He has to be gone because he ain't. He has not done it. He's not made. He's almost not made it as a footballer.
He's just
He's a has been.
he's a never
He
was.
never was. Yeah. Fuck, I can't believe it. And he is quite
Are we
literally
saying
never
he's
was.
gone then? He's out.
We've. How can you put him through?
I don't.
He's
I
retired at
think yeah. I
29.
think I think for comedy, he's been brilliant. He's got his own Christmas video. He's got a gaffs video. But yeah, if we're judging and scoring him, yeah, he's for flash in the pan. He's really let us down again.
I can tell you one thing though. The ghost will be back at some point.
Oh yeah,
Don't know
yeah.
when, but that is not the end of him in the
Well,
cup.
he'll be after dinner speaking at the Marriott somewhere.
Yeah, he's got
And
more to give. I know it.
we'll have to go. We'll have to get some tickets for his next his next event.
Yeah.
Hear what he's got to say about his 2 seasons for Portsmouth before he was released.
Do you know what though? The Beast has earned he's earned my respect today because I didn't like him last time. He just something about him. Thought he was arrogant.
Yeah,
Didn't like him. But I've really seen a side to him,
but now
a
you know
hard working side.
he's a northeastern hard-working striker.
Yeah,
No nonsense, uncompromising.
yeah.
60 games, 12 goals. Is that kind of cult hero.
Because also his
Runs,
addiction's not really going to get in the way of. It's almost a fun addiction, collecting trinkets. You know, I know the Happy
yeah,
Meals, the nutritionist
connecting.
isn't going to be the best,
he's not
the
going to be over the moon, is he? And that's probably what doesn't get. That's what stops him getting an England call up.
nutrition.
He just can't he can't put the Big Macs down. He can't put the Big Macs down, and it's that is his international career never really took off.
The ghost's nowhere
Yeah,
near England call up though, is he? Let's be honest.
no.
He's
I
nowhere
think
near.
I think though, as a youth and a schoolboy, he was all over it.
Yeah,
But he was a great goalkeeper. He was hotly tipped, and then as soon as the fame, the big contract lands, the money's come in, and he's just wasted his career.
yeah, definitely.
He's been out in the South Coast nightclubs.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Portsmouth said no. It's not good news, Ghost. He doesn't want to leave his hometown and his local pub. So he's just gone, do you know what? I'll call it a day.
Yeah, I'll call it a
I'm not
day.
chasing contracts. I'm done. Which is kind of what I did with my career.
Yeah, yeah, it sounds a bit like
So
yourself. Yeah.
yeah, the ghost is gone. The ghost is gone. That was
Poor
that was a
ghost.
that's really made me laugh though. The clip in Rat's tail got me, that did.
In the club shop, yeah,
In
just
the
to
club
clip on
shop.
rats.
I can just see it in the plastic
Oh,
packaging.
mate, could you imagine yeah, like if it was on like a bit of elastic or something, or something to clip around your ears, and you've got like bold northern eastern Macums with a couple
Having
of teeth.
fights, having
Yeah,
fights in it.
couple of
Yeah.
teeth, and they've gone and got themselves a clip on rat's tail.
You feel me knocking?
Should I do Murphy Can Never Go Home as like a joint, like not a joint knock, but just as a good one?
It's a good knock. It's a good knock.
Okay, an Irish folk band.
Love it. Yeah,
Yeah, I
very
don't
good
know,
song.
don't know how I came across it, but the more I listen to it, the more sad. It's the sad side of addiction, in my opinion. I don't even know if it's about addiction really, but I listen to all these songs with like an addiction sort of tinge on them,
It's
and
hard not to, isn't it?
it's
Yeah,
hard not to. But just the
yeah.
words of it's basically about an old boy who's too old to be doing what he's doing, a little bit like the Beast. What do you say his club is? His recent club,
Berwick
Berwick.
Rangers. Yeah, he's at
Yeah,
Berwick Rangers now.
Beast can never go home. Um,
Yeah, Beast. Beast can never go home.
anyway, yeah, Murphy can never go home. It's about an Irish man, in my opinion. This is what I take it as, who lives on a lives in Birmingham and is just stuck in the pub, basically on his own, telling people he's happy, but deep down, he's not. He's sad. And some of the songs that really help me are the ones about the worst parts of being a dick. Like going back from the start of this episode, we're on about sort of where you've came from, and these milestones are kind of a time to look back on where you've came from internally. And
Mm.
this song is a very good reminder for me of quite literally what my life would have became with alcohol, of just being a sad man in a pub. Not saying that men who are old in the pubs are sad. I mean, Murphy and me would have been a sad man drinking, telling myself I'm happy and I've had a great life and I've got all these stories, but deep down is empty. And that's why I've always loved this song since I heard it. I was like,
Yeah.
what a powerful song.
And he smokes his cigar, and he boasts how he's never alone. Ah, but I know he's lying, his big heart is breaking. Murphy can never go home.
It's a really, really old song. So yeah, I just think it's
It shows you how long that's been about, doesn't it? You know, because it's clearly about something or something, and it does make me, think of like a generation of men, that it describes.
yeah. Mm.
Um, And it's, but if it dates back that long, then people have been, seeing this in people for a very, very long time. It's not, I don't think it was something I was going to become. It was something I was already.
Yeah. Mm.
I really was that guy. Very, very, very sad, very stuck. Um, and just, yeah, there was no way home. There really wasn't for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.